Is the first Friday in March already, which is so incredible, so hard to believe that we are now into the third month of the year. And it's Greg hanging out with Marcy, and it doesn't look like you're at home today. You're on the road yet again, huh?
Once again, I am on the road. It's been the busiest travel time for me of my life, I think. I'm right now in Austin, Texas. My son is a senior at UT Austin, go Longhorns, and they are doing a big senior tribute dinner tonight. So I flew out for that, and I flew out here and found out he has strep throat. So we will see how tonight goes, if tonight goes.
Of course, right? Like mama makes her way out there, and son's sick. That's how it goes. Before we jump in, I know a lot of people are jumping on right now. You just had another. I think like 2 weeks in a row now. You've done these amazing women inventors shows with inventors who have products on Grommet, and you've been bringing the makers on, and like I'm getting such good feedback. They're getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views. So catch everybody up. I mean, you again did another one this week. Sounds like it's been going incredible.
It really has. It has been so much fun. I can't even tell you. The women that we have had on, I think so. We've done 3 shows so far. We have another one next Tuesday. So if you haven't had a chance to tune in for one of those, absolutely do. Whether you are a man or a woman or a child or an adult, does not matter. They are so much fun. The chat gets going like nothing you have ever seen. And we do, in each show, I highlight 6 different female inventors and the brilliant products that they have all created. And so far, I think we've had the makers on, all of them, on every single show. So it's so fun having them inside the chat. This last week, I did an interview with Bonnie Tyler, who actually is the inventor of the neg. If you do not have a neg yet, you absolutely need one. It was actually one of the very first products that ever was on the Grommet, and it was hugely successful. And ironically, Bonnie and I met at the International Homeware show. I forget what it used to be called, Houseware show, when she met the Grommet way back when. And so it was just so fun having her on, and she's a kick in the pants, so much fun, but also gave so much just juicy, great information for anyone that has a product that either is something in your mind that you want to launch, or if you already have it out there. She is just a wealth of information and knowledge. So if you missed that one, definitely go back and watch it, because it's excellent. And then please join us next Tuesday for the next one. And we're going to have another guest inventor on, and we're going to have 6 more products. And it's just so much fun. Really, really have enjoyed it.
It's been so much fun. And what's crazy, the neg, so they launched on OG Grommet, right? The legacy Grommet. We've put them back up. They're still like top 10 products on Grommet a decade later. Just goes to show you, when you create a great product, it will continue to sell you. And that's what we want, right? Like, we want to create a product that people love, that they keep buying, they send as gifts, and they're buying year over year over year. Yeah, we love Bonnie. They've been super, super cool. Really cool. We got a lot of the makers who are going to be featured here today. Hugo from Yuga He. We've got Joe and Bella on the show today. We've got our good friends from Spleesh watching today. Candy from Rest Angles. I got something fun to tell you, Candy, when we hang up. But just all kinds of fun people in the chat saying hello. Really quick, I got to figure out how to. It's been like 2 weeks. I haven't been on. We took last week off, and I'm all lost. So really quick, I'm going to throw up the Grommet website for you guys. We've made a couple changes since we have last gone live that make the buying experience so much cooler. Right now, I'm on the new feed. So 20 new products just launched on Grommet yesterday. You can scroll through all of them here, including some amazing makers that we're going to be talking about today. But let me go to this growing candle, which is also a super duper cool product. When we go into the product now, we have a brand new, what we're calling like a buy box and a buying experience. So right here, this is all brand new, and you can come in here and we can upvote for the product like we normally do. But when we do, we actually pull in all of the different variations and options for this product. So you can see here, for this candle, it's a candle that turns into a plant, which is super cool. But you can see that we've actually pulled in all of the different scents for this candle. So let's say we want the apple and pine. It'll automatically adjust. It'll pull in new images. You can select the quantity and see how much it's going to be for all the different quantities. And then when you click the buy button, instead of copying the code and like doing all of that stuff, it actually just goes right to the checkout, which is making the process so much quicker for shoppers to check out. We're really excited for this new feature. And the cool thing that we're going to talk about today is that you can support all of these makers we want you to buy the product. As Spleesh mentioned earlier, she said, I got to stop watching because I'm like spending all of my money. We'd love for you to buy the products, but you can also support these makers just by giving them an upvote. These upvotes get them to the top of the charts. It helps them get more visibility by more shoppers. Going from the new feed to the trending feed gets them, thousands and thousands of more people getting to see their really, really cool invention. So if you see something cool, you hear a story that you like today, give these folks an upvote. They would surely appreciate your support. So super cool there. And then last thing of the day before we kick in is Marcy's favorite part of the show, where you guys can win stuff, which is super cool.
Yes, if you have not been here before, you might not know that we do giveaways, live giveaways during every single show. Today is no different. We are going to be doing 2 giveaways. So one of them will be at the halfway point, and I'll be giving that one away, and that's going to be my favorite pick of the show. And then the second giveaway will be at the end of the show, and that will be Greg's favorite pick of the show. So if you have not already entered, you will see a QR code right up there. So you're just going to use that QR code, take a picture of that, and go ahead and enter that way. But we are now giving 2 chances to win the giveaway. So if you want a second chance, all you have to do is inside the chat, type one word, and that is giveaway. And our producer, Jen, is going to, when she sees that word, she's going to add another entry for you. So it's just going to double your chances of being one of the giveaway winners today. And that's always such a fun part of the show. And I see Spleesher Leash is in on the game. So she just doubled her chances. Yay, Carrie. And it just keeps going. So I'm so glad everyone's excited about it, because I may already know what I'm giving away. I'm very excited about it.
I love when we start that way. Who's actually, she's been on, watched almost nearly every Grommet Live. She's launching next week on Grommet. So excited. We've been going back and forth. Her page looks incredible. And I know a lot of you who tune in every week. I love supporting the makers who support us. So make sure you check out Yo and Yo Bands next week, launching on Grommet. All right, let's jump in. Enough housekeeping for today. Let's talk about our first product of the day. And Marcy, I reached out to these folks directly, and I was like, we have to get you on Grommet Live. My wife saw this product and was like, oh my God. And she saw it at 8 o'clock in the morning. We were at a baseball tournament, and she was freezing her buns off. It was so cold, and she was scrolling through Grommet like a good wife should, and supporting what we're doing here. And she saw this product and was like, whatever we got to do, get these people on Grommet Live. Every baseball mom, soccer mom, football mom needs to know about the Huga heated seat cushion. I am the biggest fan of this product. This is the epitome of a Grommet. Solves a big problem. Amazing brand. They are so fun. I love their language, their packaging, everything that they do. But at the end of the day, what Huga does is they keep your buns warm when you are, like my wife sits on the bleachers at baseball every single weekend. Right now, it's still chilly, even in Florida. And she is so excited for tomorrow morning because she gets to use this. It is so cool. Marcy, I'm going to let you do the breakdown of this. I'll come back on in a sec, but this is a really, really cool one we're kicking off with today.
Oh my gosh. And Greg, you said you are the biggest fan. That's not possible, because I am the biggest fan of this. Anyone who knows me, I love the outdoors, love being outside, but I am someone who does not love being cold. In fact, last week I was in Wisconsin, and I was reminded of that very quickly. And I've got to say, I love the tagline, "Who doesn't want a hot butt?" Right? I think that's so great. So the story behind this product alone sold me. I love the fact that it was a husband and wife couple that created it in Maine. And in Maine, they know a thing or two about cold weather, but they created it during the pandemic, when restaurants, bars, everything were forced outside. So the only way you could go out to dinner or go out to lunch or breakfast or coffee or anything was to sit outside. And with it being so cold, restaurants and bars, everybody kind of, was trying to come up with ways to keep people warm, whether it be blankets or the outdoor heaters and things like that. And they thought, why can't our butts be warm? And why isn't there a cushion that could keep them warm? And that was the light bulb moment. And before we knew it, they went through all kinds of prototypes and they came up with what you're seeing right there. And what a brilliant idea. I don't know if anything like this had existed before. If it had, I had never heard of it. I think it is absolutely brilliant. Anything outdoors, whether you like dining outside, whether you go to sports events, hunting, camping. I mean, I could think of a million different uses for it. But what makes this so special is it's not just a gimmick. This is so high quality. It is the battery alone, you guys. You could have it on all the way up on high for 10 hours, and that's how long the battery will last. And the battery also doubles as a charger. So you can actually be charging your phone while your rear is getting warm. So I love that. And then this is marine grade material. So it is water resistant. It's sanitary. You can just wipe it down. You can even put sanitary wipes on it right after. And I love right here that they've got the straps. So it's sort of a backpack that you put on if you're going to carry it to a sporting event. And like Greg's wife, Jen, sitting on those cold bleachers. I mean, I think I have PTSD from that. So this is going to solve all of that. So if you know someone who goes outside and doesn't like the cold but loves being out there, this is the gift of all gifts. I'm so happy that your wife found this. That I mean, I can't wait to use it. I've not had a chance to use it yet, other than inside, just testing it out, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it is super cool. So a couple things wanted to point out is it's got this little like flap, right? This little strap, and inside of it has a little bit of Velcro. And this is where you're going to put the battery pack, right? So as Marcy said, there's a battery pack. There's a little cable in here that you pull out, you connect it to the battery pack. Obviously this you just charge, right? So it's rechargeable. So, Friday night tonight, this is going to be getting charged for a full day tomorrow. It goes into this little pouch here. And then it's got these really cool straps on the bottom that if you saw in some of the pictures, my wife can use as a backpack, right? Like just put it on her back. So she's carrying it to the bleachers, right? And then it's got these clips, right? That come out so you can attach it to the seat. So it's not flopping around, flying around. It's so well done, so well made. It looks great. It comes in a couple different colors that they have on their site. And, just a big fan. They are made in the USA. These are hand sewn in Maine, which is super cool. We love that. Sports fans, hunters, out on the boat. There's just so many different uses for this. If you're going on your husband or someone in your family is going on a hunting trip during spring break, something like that. If you're going on a ski trip during spring break, this is something that I definitely think you should bring with you. And the cool thing, this is, it's a product that's, $145, right? But on Grommet, when you give them an upvote, like hundreds of people already have, you get 20% off, brings it to $116. Big fan of these folks. The easiest way to go check it out, get out your phone. You see that QR code on the right side, right next to the price. Open the camera app, snap it. That'll take you directly to their page on Grommet, and you can check this out. We would love for you to support these guys and check their product out. Now our names match our faces. So there we go. Marcy, any final thoughts here on the Huga heated seat cushion today?
I even just the name, when I read, I was pronouncing it right. I thought it was Hugga. And then on their website, I learned very quickly it's actually Huga, and that is Danish. And that stands for creating a warm atmosphere, slowing down to enjoy the good things in life and good people. And that just kind of took it over the top for me. I really, really love it. And I do love the fact that it's all locally made and, the material source and everything. So they have just done a top-notch job all the way through. And yeah, with that QR code, I mean, that's a good size discount right there. So even if you're not going to buy it now, put that in your folder and use it later.
Yeah.
One other thing, Greg, I wanted to mention that I mentioned in the Women Invented shows is that a lot of people don't realize that by chiming in the chat, what that does, in addition to the fun of just interacting and hearing your comments and everything, is that signals to the social media gods. We are on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and everywhere. And it basically signals when there's activity going on in the chat, it signals that there's something exciting going on over there. And they push it out to more and more viewers. And at the Grommet, what I love the most is Greg and I are all about amplifying the stories of independent inventors and makers. There is so much noise out there in the e-commerce space, so many millions upon millions of products. And how do you stand out when you're just getting started, when you're, this just mom and pop kind of a shop, just a brand new product? If we can help do that, we are all about it. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you like this product, just say so in the chat. Like, just take a second to do that, because that just means more and more and more people are going to see it. So I just really want to encourage that. When we can get that chat going, it's so good for everybody. So definitely give a thumbs up. Anything that you want to say that's nice about the product, go for it.
Yeah, and I think the other cool piece is the makers are here, right? So if you have questions like, how would this work? Is there a certain thing? Is there a certain feature? They're here. They're hanging out. The branding and stuff, I was going to point out, like, you and I are big suckers for like packaging and branding, and such a cool job. Just love everything about what you guys are doing. So hit that QR code, get some big savings. Huga Heat, thank you so much for being a part of Grommet Live, helping us to kick off the show today. We really appreciate it. And that's going to bring us into product number 2. And I was introduced to these guys by another really cool, really successful product on Grommet, which was Spring Rose. Nicole from Spring Rose sent us over these folks. And at first glance, you're just like, why in the world is Grommet just selling button-down shirts? Like, that's not a real Grommet thing. But these guys, Joe and Bella, have created the coolest brand, folks with some disabilities, with challenges, to look nice, to dress up, to have a great fit, a great feel. Maybe when, maybe like some arthritis in their hands and they can't get the buttons down, or they have challenges, doing day-to-day activities like putting buttons on, right? Nicole from Spring Rose has a really great bra that has 9 different ways to put a bra on, whether, you only have one arm or you have disabilities or challenges. I love brands that are inclusive like this, that are trying to help people out, and they have such a cool story. I know, Marcy, yours has a super cool pattern. I got the gray one here, but this one fits me. Like, this is the one I would wear, right? Just like plain gray, throw it on with some blue jeans, and I am looking sharp for the night. But again, the coolest part about it is these are just magnetic buttons, just snapping into place, but you still look legit. You look official. I love what Joe and Bella are doing. They had a great week on Grommet last week, hundreds of upvotes. People love supporting this product. Marcy, what do you think when you saw these guys, and why are we so excited to have them here on Grommet Live this week?
Well, when it first showed up, I thought exactly what you just said. I thought, why is the Grommet doing a dress shirt? What are we going to talk about on Grommet Live with the dress shirt? And then I did realize that there were magnetic buttons, and I thought, oh, well, that's clever. That's kind of innovative. And then the more I started thinking, my mom has dementia. I've mentioned that, I think, to many of you. And it's getting harder and harder for her to do those basically just daily tasks like getting dressed. And so often I'm constantly, because I am an inventor myself, my inventor mind is thinking, well, what if we made her shirt or her PJs Velcro? That was where my mind went. But when I saw these buttons, I thought, that's brilliant. They're so easy to do. But then when I went on and read the story, oh my gosh, I am such a fan of Joe and Bella. I cannot even, there are no words, because really that is what the whole company is devoted to, is to giving back dignity to those who are either the older population who struggle with things like Alzheimer's. In fact, my shirt right here, the funky fun colors and the fun print, this is called the Seth. And it's named after Seth Rogen, he actually picked the pattern and picked the colors. And for those of you who don't know Seth Rogen, he is a famous, very funny actor. And he is also a major advocate of the Alzheimer's. I don't know if it's the association. I forget exactly what it's called, but that is really who he stands behind. And so he has partnered with Joe and Bella for this shirt, and it goes far beyond just the buttons. That's part of it. But I was trying to show you earlier that even the sleeves right here, they've got elastic, so it's easy on, easy off. And the shoulders from here to here, there's a stretch material. To the eye, you can't tell it's stretched. To the eye, you can't tell that these are elastic, but they are. So it makes it so much easier for them to put on and to have range of motion. Even the armholes are larger and more relaxed than on a traditional dress shirt, so that it's easier to guide the arm through the sleeve. So they have thought of everything to make dressing so much easier for anyone who struggles. And I also have a special needs son who, the average child I think probably could button their own shirt by the time they're 4 or 5. It took my son much longer, and what I wouldn't have given to have clothing like this to help him kind of keep his dignity, because he knew he was different than others. And so the fact that this company is devoted to that, and you're seeing the 2 different shirts here, but they have clothing on their website for men, women, and it's not just shirts. They have pants that have 3 different zippers that make it really easy to put them on. They have socks that have sort of a grip on the bottom and have an easy way to put them on. They really are devoted to just making it so much easier to get dressed, but not in an unstylish way. As you can see, it's all about style. I mean, this is a really nice quality, well-made, very chic and stylish shirt. So I love that you're still allowing people to dress themselves, have that independence, and also look great when you're doing it. And let me also mention, I'm sorry, with this Seth shirt, and I think I'm not sure if it's all the clothing or just the Seth shirt, and I think they're here in the chat, so let us know. They donate $10 directly from the sale of each shirt to the Alzheimer's Association. And I think that is just fantastic. And that's part of the partnership with Seth Rogen with this particular shirt. And I have to imagine they probably donate some off of everything, but I'm kind of making that up. But I do love the fact that $10.
Yeah, so $10 from all of the Seth shirts goes to Hilarity for Charity, which is Lauren and Seth Rogen's nonprofit that supports families impacted by Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. So $10 of the Seth one goes to Hilarity for Charity, which is super cool. Candy had a great question, which says, are they machine washable? And on Grommet in the FAQ section, it says to machine wash cold and air dry. Do not iron or dry clean this shirt. So super cool. I love the inclusivity. I love the fact that this feels like, again, have one here. I tried it on. Like, this feels like I'm wearing a high-end dress shirt, right? And I know a lot of times when we're looking at like the adaptive markets and stuff, like you're like, oh, like they're getting lesser than quality. They're getting lesser than products. This is not the case here. This is a high-end dress shirt that is so inclusive for anyone and everyone that I'm, again, huge fan of what they are doing. This is a great gift. I know we got Father's Day coming up. So, some of your dads have trouble getting dressed and you want them to look nice for that Father's Day brunch or lunch, like get them one of these shirts. I know that there's, summertime and spring break and all these things coming up. This is a great gift, for someone in your family. And again, just makes them feel like I'm a big Deion Sanders guy. If you look good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good, right? And so when you look good, you feel good. And, for some people, like this is something that's going to be that confidence boost. It's going to make them, you know what? I look good in this dress shirt. I'm not wearing something that's big and bulky or, stands out from the crowd. No, this is a really, really cool product. Jimmy has been incredible to work with. I'm so happy that we've gotten to know each other through being on the Grommet process. And I know he said like women's blouses are coming soon. They have so much out. Like, I hope that we get to, and Jimmy just, I straight up, like, I hope that we get to launch all of your products here on Grommet and hit a home run with 1, 2, 3, all of them. So keep fighting the good fight. Everybody who's in the chat, go check these guys out, give them an upvote, and find, if you know someone, this is one of those products that like you want to share, right? Share it with that family member, share it with, maybe you have a friend who works for a nonprofit. Like, this is the product that you want to share, and just love what they do.
Absolutely. I do have a question. The material, it feels like it's sort of that dry fit where it's moisture wicking possibly, but and it reminds me of sort of those really high end kind of golf shorts and trunks that are dry fit. So I'm curious for the makers, Joe and Bella, am I right about that? Or what material is it, or grade can you see?
Yeah, I'm trying to look as fast as I can. It just says a stretch fabric between shoulders provides top button, elastic stretch fabric on cuts, mean no need to unbutton. Yeah, maybe Jimmy, if you can, yeah, moisture wick. It's just moisture wicking fabric. So
okay, yeah, I love that too. It's very, very lightweight. It would seem to be, feather light, like really comfortable to wear. And yes, go check out their website too, because they do have the women's and they've got it all. And I'm sure they're just going to keep expanding. I saw that they're coming out with the Lauren, which is Seth's wife, I believe, right? Am I right about that? that's coming soon. So we've got the Seth and then the Lawrence coming. So that's so cool. I'm so happy that you guys found Grommet. Grommet found you guys, because now I know about it and I'm going to share it with the world.
Check them out. Love that. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you to Joe and Bella for being here today. So that brings us kind of to the halfway point of the show. Marcy, do you want to do the first giveaway now? We want to wait a little bit. I'm gonna give the power to you today to let us know what we're gonna do here.
Well, I'm in such a good mood coming off those two amazing products that I'd love to do a giveaway right now.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to say yes. Although, Jen, did you send me the giveaway winner? Let me look. Knowing Jen, she absolutely did, because she's very on top of these things. Of course she did. Okay, so I am going to be giving away, as much as I love the Joe and Bella and the Seth shirt, I'm thinking this time of year, lots of people are needing one of these babies. So I'm going to give away this. And the winner of the Huga butt warmer is Megan McNeese. And I think I saw Megan in the chat. I hope. Congratulations, Megan. Jen will be getting in touch with you and getting your shipping address. And you are going to be getting one of these, and you are going to love it. Love it. Congratulations.
All right. First winner, Megan. Good job. Congratulations. Woo. Yes, you're going to fall in love.
Yay, Megan. Congrats.
With Huga Heat. Great stuff. And that kicks us into the second half of the show today, where, man, these guys, so first they're Grommet OGs. They've been around Grommet forever. They supported us right when we relaunched Grommet. They were an advertiser. They did great in Q4. Somehow, I don't know how, right? I'll take the blame for it. We just got them live on the platform, right? It took 6 months. I'll take the blame for that. And at first I was like, it's a funny day, right? Like flashlights, like who would have thought a flashlight? This has got to be the coolest thing that I've ever played with. My kid, this came in the mail. My kids were so obsessed with this flashlight. I guess I've been buying cheap, Target flashlights my whole life. I am never going back to a cheap flashlight again after seeing this Observer Tools rechargeable flashlight. One, you heard it, rechargeable, right? And I'm in Florida. Like, we all have kind of our hurricane prep stuff that we have here in Florida. And we just have, a ton of flashlights with like the giant D batteries where you have like they take up a whole tub just for 3 batteries. This is rechargeable. You can plug it in, you can recharge it, but it also does take batteries in case of emergencies, things like that. It is magnetic. Marcy and I were talking about this, and she'll talk about some of the use cases, but we just have this on the fridge, and it just magnetizes right onto the fridge. And that way we have it there all the time. And it is the coolest light. I don't know. Maybe I'm just never played with a cool flashlight before, but we were, my son got home from baseball practice really late last night. His brothers are already sleeping in the room. And so you don't want to turn the light on and all that stuff. I turned on the flashlight. The entire room was brighter than if we had the actual room light on, right? So if we had turned the light on, it would not have given as much light as this flashlight did. And we just pointed it to the roof. It lit up the entire, I was like, holy smokes, this is so cool. I am a huge fan of Observer Tools. Eric and the crew over there are just amazing supporters of Grommet. They've been around forever. And so I'm so excited we got these guys on. So Mars, let's break down the Observer Tools flashlight.
It is, you said it, it is the most feature-rich flashlight I have ever seen. And I think you mentioned all of the different features on it. Did you mention, I'm not sure if you mentioned that there is, it does actually charge your phone. It's got USB-C and USB ports here. I love the magnet because right away my mind went to, I was just actually doing sort of a DIY makeover of my daughter's bathroom, and I got underneath that sink, and you can never see under the sink. The thought that this magnet, it could let me be hands-free when I'm under the sink, trying to see what I need to see. I love that magnet feature. And if you're someone who works on cars, I could imagine that being really, really helpful for that as well. The fact that it is rechargeable, I love. But once it's charged, guys, 72 hours of runtime when it's charged. And that's on the high. And so there are 3 different settings on it. So it's kind of low, You can kind of tell in the camera there. So 3 different powers. And then also it's got a zoom feature, which I think is so cool. And I kind of found that by accident. And I can't really show it to you here. I don't know how to demo that for you, but it can be a very wide diameter, or it can really kind of be laser focused and really sharp. And so I thought that was super cool. Now I did some research because I'm like you, Greg, where I guess I've always just bought cheap flashlights, and I get so frustrated that every time I really need it, it seems like the batteries are dead. And they take those big honking batteries that cost a fortune, and I just get so frustrated with that. So that alone, the fact that it's rechargeable, I don't have to buy batteries, although you can use AAAs if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, but that is an option. But I wanted to do a little research on high-end flashlights. Like, is this a thing that a lot of people buy? And what I found is the typical high-end flashlight is about 150 all the way up to $700. So the vision of Eric, and I hope I pronounced it right, Anas, when they founded Observer Tools, was they were both working for the big tool companies like DeWalt and Stanley, and I think Craftsman, saying that right? And they thought, you know what? We can make really feature-rich tools and make them more affordable. So the fact that this is, with the Grommet discount, $48, and when I went on and did the search for high end, I found them, as I said, up to $700 with not nearly as many features as this. So I just thought that was brilliant that they're able to bring this in at that price point. And when you feel it, the quality, you just know right away what quality this is. So I am so excited about this. To me, this is something that should be in every single household. But if you are looking for a gift for a guy that is, Mr. Handyman, or just any guy or girl, I think this is such a fun gift because nobody has this. And it's so brilliant and so useful for anyone and everyone. So I just love it. And I never would have thought that I would care about a flashlight, but now I do.
That's the cool part about Grommet, right? You discover your next favorite thing that you never knew existed. And, again, we talked about it earlier, but, Father's Day is coming up. Graduation is coming up. If you're moving into a new house, like there's so many cool gifting ideas for this and what they've done. And I'm going to be the idiot right now because I literally have the box here. I helped get their page up. I had no idea it charged your phone. And I was like, where the heck is this button? And so I'm like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing I found. And so that's my own, just so many different cool knickknacks and features in this. And I love what they have been able to do. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to bring you over to the website really quick, over to Grommet. So once you hit that QR code, get out your phone, get the camera app open, hit that QR code. It is going to take you over to Grommet's website. And I'm going to pull this up really quick. First, as you can see, all these cool videos. They even drop it in like a bucket of water, which is super. I love when you do these like demonstrations and things like that. But when you give them an upvote, again, this is a new feature on Grommet, but right here, once you give them an upvote, you'll see that it has been checked that you gave them an upvote. You can see that they have a black version, a green version, the orange, and the blue version here. And you can see that the color changes. You can grab them all. You get your big discount. And then when you click Buy from Observer Tools, it's going to take you right to checkout. No more copying codes, no more going through all these pages. You can just go straight to checkout. And the cool thing is you're still buying directly from Observer Tools. You are supporting this maker directly when you purchase their products. And again, it's a, $59.99 is the retail price. As a Grommet shopper, you're not paying that. You're getting it for $48, 20% discount. That is a big discount on a product like this. And so kudos to the team. You can watch all their cool videos, their demos, everything that they put together here. Just a big, big fan of Observer Tools and what they are doing. And so why am I small in the corner? I got to bring myself back up. There we go. Let me get that QR code back on the screen. Definitely make sure that you hit that QR code and check them out. Again, great. I'm in Florida, so we're about to be in hurricane season. Couldn't recommend having this more. Father's Day, if you've got the dad who's got it all and has the tools, like get him one of these. You can never have another flashlight. Having one in your car, like so many different uses for this.
And Candy, who lives in Alaska, was just saying how their power goes out all the time. And what did I just? Oh shoot, I just lost it. And so she's so impressed with the 72 hours. She does not have one like that. So she's excited to learn about that too. And I don't know if you mentioned it and I missed it, but the fact that they have a lifetime warranty on this as well. So I love a company that stands behind their products in such a meaningful way. And Observer Tools absolutely does that. So
yeah, kudos to Eric and the team over there at Observer Tools. Really appreciate you guys being here and being a part of Grommet Live, being on the Grommet, and can't wait to launch the next Observer Tools product here. Really, really big fan of these guys. And that brings us into the final piece of the day. And I had to disappear for a second, had to grab these. This is a really cool brand making some really, really cool socks. I think it's almost like a Father's Day episode today, right? Like we have just really, really cool products. I love the minimalist packaging and the branding here. Salio, hopefully I'm saying that right. I know you guys are on, but Salio socks, really, really cool. I got some cool colors. I got the black ones here, the blue ones. These are really, really cool socks. Give me a second. I want to make sure that I pull up. They are Salio socks, shifting grid in silk. Really, really cool. Again, this is the perfect, really cool gift for Father's Day coming up, with graduation coming up. If you got to get dressed up, maybe for Easter, get on that nice church suit, whatever it is you are doing. Give me a second because I'm trying to pull up their page here. And really, really big fan. And they kind of tout themselves as a fresh take on the classic rib socks, right? So men have been wearing these kind of socks forever. They're doing something really cool in this space. I'm going to pull up their listing on the Grommet really quick so you can see, how cool these look, all the different styles, all the different colors, and big fan. And again, $10 for a pair of socks, especially for dress socks. I know that I've spent upwards of $30, $40, $50 for a pair of dress socks. So really, really cool socks that you can have. And I love all the different styles, all the different colors. They're doing some really fun things. I took myself off the screen. And so, yeah, Mars, what do you think of these socks and what do we got going on here?
I think they're super cool. And right away, the first thing I noticed is the quality, and that it really is, this is sort of that sock that's thought of everything. And I believe the company just launched in 2023, and it's a young man named William out of New York City. And he had this vision for wanting to really push the boundaries of what's possible when it comes to creating and designing socks. It's something that we all wear every single day. And it's one of those things like, why hasn't it been done better is what I have to imagine that he was thinking. And I do love that it's not just a traditional stripe, that he's done sort of a kind of a skewed grid that when you stretch it, I love the look of it, but it's all the little details. The thing that stood out to me the most is the seam on the sock. I've never liked the seam on the toe, and he has engineered this in such a way that it is almost invisible. It's there to the eye, but when you feel inside, you cannot feel the seam at all. And that was a big priority for him when he designed these. So I thought that was brilliant. And then everything, you can just tell, like even the band around the top, it gives you the support that you need, but it's not too tight. It's not constricting. And the material that they use in this, you can wash these again and again and again, and they hold the structure and that, sort of that firm shape. And so I just, they're lightweight, they're breathable, but yet they have that shape and they're not going to stretch out. It's hard, I think, to find socks that are that quality. And you kind of don't ever know until you get them home and try them. And then so many times they're not what you wanted them to be. This is kind of that sock, again, that's thought of everything. And it's made out of 67% bamboo rayon, 22% polyester, 7% silk, polyurethane, and nylon. So it is moisture wicking. Again, there is no bulky seam at the toe. I'm going to turn it inside out and show you that because I think that's pretty special. So this is the inside out. Usually on the inside out, it's, if you turn it to the side, it's got a big ridge, not this one. So these are going to be ultra, ultra comfortable. And of course, they're very, very stylish. So I think they are super cool. And like you said, this is sort of a Father's Day, an early Father's Day show, because these would be a great gift for not just a dad, but any man who wears dress socks. And I love this one. This one's a sort of a chocolate brown. And then when you pull it, you can see like an emerald green in there, which is just a really pretty combination.
Yeah, love that combination. I'm going to pull up the Grommet site one more time to show you something really cool. One of the other new features. Again, when you come in here, you give these guys an upvote. You can see that they actually come in 2 sizes. I love this. There's not 20 different sizes. What size do I get? There's a small, medium, and then a medium large. And you can make your selection right here on Grommet now. And then right now we're featuring 2 colors. They actually have 5 colors if you go directly to their site. But on Grommet, we're featuring 2 colors, the Lake plus Sky, which was kind of that light blue and gray that Marcy and I were showing off, and then the black variety. So you can select whether your size and the color right here on Grommet. Super cool. Get that 20% off discount. Makes them only $10 a pair. I think this is a really, really cool idea. Really, really cool gift. Love what they are up to and what they stand for, and just some really cool creative. Feet, like just really cool creative. You guys did a really, really good job. New brand. Support these guys. Give them an upvote. Help them rise to the top of the charts here on Grommet. And super cool. Let me pull up that QR code one more time so you guys can get out your phones, snap a picture, head on over to the Grommet, and give these guys an awesome, awesome upvote. And so with that, that's going to bring us to our final giveaway of the day. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys about 30 seconds to jump in and say, I want to win the giveaway, or more importantly, tell us which of today's products you would like to win. Is it the flashlight? Is it the socks? Is it the seat cushion? There's one more that I'm missing that I can't think of. Oh, Joe and Bella. Like, who do we want to go and which product do you want to go and take home today? Let us know in the chat.
I was just going to say, while we're waiting for that, there's a couple things in the chats that I wanted to highlight. Number one, it sounds like everybody loves the idea that there is no seam, or that it's sort of a seam that you can't feel on the socks. But I saw a question from Plant Warrior. Are they good for diabetics? Do we have them in the chat?
He was in the chat earlier.
Was he? Okay. So I'm curious about that. That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but I do like that question. And if you're here in the chat, please let us know. And Janice says, I have a highly sensitive person in my family, and this will be helpful. I think she's probably referring to the fact that I would think texture sensitivity with the socks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, Yo wants the flashlight. Candy wants the flashlight. Torch me. I love all Candy's comments. With the seat cushion, she said, butt-tastic. I mean, she's so clever. Oh, yes, she says, yes, they are. The socks are here. And so the question about whether they are good for diabetics, whether that is helpful for the swelling and the circulation that they deal with. Let's see. They are not suitable for diabetics, unfortunately. So thank you for asking that question, and thank you for being here in the chat to answer that.
I love that. Well, that's going to bring us into the second giveaway. And look, I'm a man of the people. The people want the flashlight. I'm giving them the flashlight. So we are going to give away the Observer Tools flashlight as our second giveaway of the day. And so Jen, our producer behind the scenes, is picking the lucky winner of this very, very cool product. Marcy, who's going home with the Observer Tools flashlight today?
The lucky winner of the flashlight is David Reed. Congratulations, David Reed. And Don, at the very last second, trying to get another entry, but you were too late, Don. Next time. But congratulations, David.
I love it. Super, super cool. Make sure you guys head on over to thegrommet.com. What's crazy, and I've done this once or twice on the show, and Marcy's always like, no way. 600 plus products are now live on the Grommet in just 6 months since we've launched kind of the new platform. 600 plus products, including products from Candy and Spleesh and Observer Tools and some of the amazing people that are listening and watching today and dropping comments. Plant Warrior, so many amazing products. 600 plus. Upvote them, get that discount, try them out. It's Friday, it's payday. Go, you deserve something nice. Go get something nice for yourself. And then I do think, Mars, you got one more Women Inventors show next week, and then we'll talk about what we're doing next Friday as well. So a lot of fun stuff happening.
Yes, please join me next Tuesday. It's the last of the National Women Inventors Month Grommet Live shows. So please join me. It's Tuesday night. We do it at 6 o'clock on the West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. And again, if you tuned in late, it is just so much fun. So please join us for that. And Candy chimed in and said, the Grommet is the real deal. And I have to echo that sentiment. It really is. It's really just doing such amazing things for makers and inventors, and even more amazing things for consumers, because it's giving us so many cool products we would have never known about that do make our lives so much easier. So thank you, Grommet.
I think February was Women Inventors Month. I'm correct. Yes. I don't want to misquote that, but Friday, a week from today, March 8th, is actually International Women's Day. And so next Thursday, this is the first time we've ever done something like this. We are launching all 20 products are from women inventors. All 20 brand new products from women inventors. We do have Bev from Bandyware is launching a new product. Harriet from Foxgloves is launching a new product. And then we have 17, 18 brand new inventors with their very first product going live on Grommet. Every single one female founded. So the women are killing it right now between International and like Inventors Month, the Women Inventors Month, between International Women's Day. You guys are making such a difference in the world and a change in the world. That is happening next Friday. I think next Friday we've already, I think we got 5 or 6 makers already in for Grommet Live. It's going to be a blast. So I'm in the minority here. You guys are just making way cooler products than us guys these days. But I think this is so cool to see just the diversity of the people, the products, the industry. I mean, we're talking about socks and flashlights and seat cushions and, shirts for those with like, it's so cool how diverse the products are, the makers are. Like it's, I don't know. I get inspired every time I see this.
I do too. It gives me the chills. It really does. And what's so special about the Grommet is that nowhere else do you get to hear the stories of why they created it and how they created it and what's special about it. And you get that here. And especially on live. And the fact that the makers are actually here with us and we get to ask them questions we could have never asked them. I mean, what is cooler than that? So I couldn't be more excited, Greg, about next Friday. I didn't even know that we were doing all women featured. So we're just going to keep this women thing going. I love it.
Just bonus points. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, drop a comment. Let us know your favorite product that we shared today. Let us know a product that you'd love to see on Grommet. Keep the chat going. Share this on your Facebook page. We would truly appreciate it. And Tuesday night, Marcy will be live. Next Friday, Marcy and I'll be back in action. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll talk